Most men over 50 believe that drinking more water is always a good thing. 8 glasses a day, staying hydrated, keeping your body healthy. You've heard it 1,000 times, right? But here's the truth. No one tells you. If you're still drinking only plain water after 50, you might actually be missing out on one of the simplest ways to boost your energy, your circulation, and yes, your performance in bed. Sounds crazy, I know. But hear me out. I'm Dr. Amelia, a urologist and men's health specialist, and today I want to open your eyes to something that could completely transform the way your body functions. No pills, no expensive supplements, and nothing artificial.
As a doctor, I've spent years studying how men age, why their energy declines, why their drive fades, why their morning firmness slowly disappears, and it all comes down to one small molecule that most men have never even heard of. It's called nitric oxide. This molecule controls one of your body's most important functions, blood flow. When nitric oxide levels are high, your blood vessels open easily. Circulation improves your heart, your brain, and yes, your virility. They all receive the oxygen and nutrients they need. But after age 50, your body's nitric oxide production sometimes drops to less than half. That's why you feel sluggish, weaker, and less like yourself. And here's the surprising part. Plain water doesn't help you rebuild that nitric oxide. In fact, it doesn't give your body any of the building blocks it needs to produce it. Think of your body like a factory. Water keeps the lights on, but without the right ingredients, the production line simply stops. That's what's happening inside your blood vessels right now. They're clean, they're hydrated, but they're empty. That's why you might feel fine on the outside, but deep down, your circulation is slowing, your energy is fading, and your confidence is quietly slipping away. But here's the good news. You can fix it, and it all starts with what you add to your water. Not coffee, not energy drinks, but simple, natural boosters that tell your body to start producing nitric oxide again, just like it did when you were 25. It's not complicated, it's not expensive, it's real biological science that works for every man when you give your body the right fuel. And in a moment, I'll show you exactly what ingredients to add to turn your plain water into the most powerful circulation elixir you've ever drunk. Stick with me, because the first one is so simple, you probably already have it in your kitchen. But before we talk about what to add to your water, you need to understand why this molecule, nitric oxide, is so crucial for every man. Over 50, think of nitric oxide, or N-oxide for short, as the spark that keeps your whole body running smoothly. When you were younger, your body produced plenty of it. That's why you could wake up full of energy, work all day, and still have desire and stamina at night. But as the years go by, your natural nitric oxide production declines and everything starts to feel different. Your circulation weakens, your heart has to work harder, and your recovery after exercise takes longer. Even your brain feels foggy. And the most obvious sign when blood isn't flowing smoothly is that performance isn't either, especially where it matters most. I see this every day in my patients. Men who look healthy on the outside, but deep down, their blood vessels are hardening, their cells are aging, and their nitric oxide levels are practically depleted. It's not just about aging, it's about quality of life. When nitric oxide declines, you lose your energy, your stamina, your mental sharpness, and your confidence. And that's not fair because most men don't even know what's happening. No doctor has told them how to fix it. But here's what makes nitric oxide so special. It's the molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax, to open up, to allow more oxygen, more nutrients, and more life to flow through your system. That means better circulation to your heart, better brain function, better muscle recovery, and yes, better strength and endurance. When nitric oxide levels increase, you don't just feel younger, your body acts younger, your cells communicate better, and your energy feels natural again. It's like flipping the switch back on the man you used to be. And the best part is, you don't need medication or surgery to achieve this. Your body already knows how to do it. It just needs the right ingredients. That's why, starting today, I want you to stop thinking of water as something you simply drink. Start seeing it as a delivery system, a vehicle for vitality. When you add certain natural boosters to your water, you give your body everything it needs to reignite its nitric oxide engine. In the next part, I'll show you the first and most powerful ingredient you should start with, a bright red superfood that's already proven to jumpstart your circulation in a matter of hours. Now, let's clear up a big misconception. Yes, water is vital. You need it for every process in your body, digestion, temperature, metabolism. Everything depends on hydration, but plain water alone doesn't give your body the fuel it needs to actually produce nitric oxide. Think of your body like an engine. Water keeps the oil flowing, but without the right kind of fuel, the engine just idles. That's exactly what happens inside your blood vessels. After age 50, your nitric oxide factory starts to slow down. Your cells become less receptive. Enzymes that once worked perfectly now operate at half speed. You're drinking the water, but the nitric oxide production line is running on fumes. Your body needs ingredients, nitrates, amino acids, and antioxidants to initiate the nitric oxide process. Without these ingredients, you're just keeping the factory lights on without producing anything. That's why so many men tell me, Doctor, I drink water all day, but I still feel tired, sluggish, and my energy crashes in the afternoon. It's not the water's fault, it's what it's lacking. Most men fail here, not because the exercises don't work, but because they treat sarcopenia like a sprint instead of a mission. You can't rush muscle recovery. It's not about sweating harder. It's about showing up every day. Japanese longevity experts call it kaizen, small, steady improvements that never stop. Skip a week, and the muscle loss creeps back in. And when your nitric oxide production slows down, you start to notice it in everything. You breathe a little harder when climbing stairs. You lose your natural confidence in the room. You wake up feeling sluggish instead of energized. It's not just age, it's poor circulation caused by low nitric oxide levels. Now, here's the good news. You can reactivate that entire system naturally. By adding just a few natural boosters to your daily water, you can get that nitric oxide factory running again. I've seen this transformation in countless men. Within days, they notice increased stamina, improved mood, and yes, stronger morning reactions because suddenly their bodies are producing nitric oxide again, blood flow returns, cells wake up, and everything starts running more smoothly. So, if plain water isn't enough, what can you actually do to work in your favor? The first ingredient is bright red, sweet, and earthy. The first ingredient every man over 50 should add to his water is beet powder. Yes, beet. That deep red root your grandmother probably cooked for dinner happens to be one of nature's most powerful tools for restoring blood flow and stamina. Here's why. Beets are loaded with natural nitrates. When you drink or eat nitrates, your body converts them into nitrites and then into nitric oxide. That's the exact molecule that controls the relaxation and circulation of your blood vessels. Now, what makes beets truly amazing is that this pathway doesn't rely as heavily on your aging endothelial cells. Those are the cells that line your blood vessels, the very ones that weaken over time. So when you use beetroot, you give your body a shortcut. You're bypassing that slower aging process and allowing your system to efficiently create nitric oxide again. Studies have proven this time and again. Just 1 glass of beetroot water can improve circulation within hours. That means more oxygen for your brain, more endurance in your muscles, and greater responsiveness throughout your body. Let's be clear, we're not talking about caffeine, stimulants, or synthetic pills that merely mimic the feeling of energy. We're talking about your own body rebuilding the natural chemistry of youth. Imagine this. You wake up. You mix 1 or 2 teaspoons of beetroot powder into a large glass of water. You stir it. Red, intense, earthy, slightly sweet. You drink it, and within a few hours, you feel more alert, more awake. Even your blood pressure begins to improve as your blood vessels open and relax. And here's the really interesting part. Men who start their day with beetroot water often report more consistent energy throughout the day. A day without peaks, without crashes, just steady, youthful power. Plus, it's one of the best kept secrets for improving circulation in the bedroom. Better blood flow means better firmness, greater stamina, and more satisfaction for both you and your partner. Best of all, it's simple, it's natural, and it works. Now, I'll be honest, beets alone can work wonders, but when you combine them with the next ingredient, the effect is amplified impressively because the next ingredient not only creates nitric oxide, it also helps protect it. This is the perfect combination that most men completely ignore, and it's the key to keeping your nitric oxide levels high and stable throughout the day. The second addition to your enhanced water is as powerful as it is ancient. You've surely seen the pomegranate before, that deep red fruit filled with tiny ruby-like seeds. But what you might not know is that the pomegranate isn't just a fruit. It's a natural nitric oxide protector. This means that when your body produces nitric oxide, it doesn't stay active for very long. It breaks down quickly, especially if your body is under stress, inflammation, or exposed to toxins and a poor diet. That's where pomegranate comes in. It's loaded with polyphenols, powerful antioxidants like punicalins and ellagic acid. These compounds act as bodyguards for nitric oxide. They prevent it from degrading too quickly so it can remain active longer and keep your blood flowing freely. Think of it this way: beets turn on the tap and pomegranates keep the water running. Together, they're unstoppable. Studies have shown that pomegranate supplementation can significantly improve blood vessel flexibility, lower blood pressure, and increase nitric oxide availability. In one study, people who drank pomegranate extract saw improved circulation in just a few weeks, especially in the areas that matter most to men. And when your circulation improves, everything benefits. A sharper mind, more oxygen to the muscles, greater stamina in the gym and the bedroom, your heart pumps more easily, and your recovery feels smoother. And here's something fascinating. The pomegranate also indirectly supports testosterone levels by improving blood flow to the glands that regulate hormones. It helps your body stay balanced and energized. Now let's get practical. Take a teaspoon of pomegranate powder or a tablespoon of pure extract and mix it directly into your morning water along with the beetroot. The combination creates a vibrant red drink that not only tastes great, but works deep within your body. You'll start to feel lighter, more awake, more alive. This is the kind of change you don't just see, you feel it in your energy, your workouts, and your confidence with your partner. And here's a secret. This beetroot and pomegranate combination is backed by solid science. Dozens of clinical trials show measurable improvements in vascular function. And when your circulation improves, everything benefits. A sharper mind, more oxygen to the muscles, greater stamina in the gym and the bedroom, your heart pumps more easily, and your recovery feels smoother. And here's something fascinating. The pomegranate also indirectly supports testosterone levels by improving blood flow to the glands that regulate hormones. It helps your body stay balanced and energized. Now, let's get practical. Take a teaspoon of pomegranate powder or a tablespoon of pure extract and mix it directly into your morning water along with the beetroot. The combination creates a vibrant red drink that not only tastes great, but works deep within your body. You'll start to feel lighter, more awake, more alive. This is the kind of change you don't just see, you feel it in your energy, your workouts, and your confidence with your partner. And here's a secret. This beetroot and pomegranate combination is backed by solid science. Dozens of clinical trials show measurable improvements in vascular function. Oxygen delivery and endurance aren't hype. It's biology working properly, but we're not done yet, because while beetroot and pomegranate cover two of the most important nitric oxide pathways, there's another ingredient that works through a completely different system, and it's one that your body loves it deeply. You'll find it in something sweet, refreshing, and surprisingly effective. That's right, our next booster. It comes straight from the heart of summer, watermelon. Yes, watermelon, that juicy, cool fruit you've loved since childhood, isn't just a summer snack. It's one of nature's best kept secrets for blood flow, stamina, and nitric oxide production. Here's why. Watermelon contains a powerful amino acid called L-citrulline. Your body converts citrulline into L-arginine, and arginine is the direct fuel for producing nitric oxide. Think of citrulline as the delivery truck that brings fresh supplies to your nitric oxide factory. When that factory gets the raw materials it needs for production, it ramps up quickly. What makes citrulline special is that it's much more efficient than arginine supplements. Arginine breaks down in your digestive system, so very little of it actually makes it into your bloodstream. Citrulline bypasses that problem, is easily absorbed, and travels directly to your body, your cells, where it's converted into arginine, right where nitric oxide is produced. In other words, you're fueling the system from the inside out, and the research backs it up. Men who take citrulline daily see measurable improvements in circulation, vascular flexibility, and even erectile firmness. It's not a coincidence. It's biochemistry working exactly as it was designed. Now imagine this. You already have beetroot creating nitric oxide and pomegranate keeping it active. When you add citrulline, you unlock a second pathway for even greater nitric oxide production. Beetroot and pomegranate work primarily through the nitrate-nitrite pathway, while citrulline enhances the enzymatic pathway, two different systems. One incredible result: steady blood flow, better oxygen delivery, and stronger, longer-lasting performance. Here's how you do it. Add half a teaspoon of L-citrulline powder to your morning glass along with the beetroot, and the pomegranate blends in easily and has a mild, slightly sweet flavor. Most of the men start noticing a difference during the first week. Their workouts feel lighter, their endurance increases, and yes, that morning confidence returns. This combination of beetroot, pomegranate, and watermelon citrulline forms the core of your enhanced water protocol. It's simple, it's natural, and it supports nitric oxide production from every possible angle. But we don't stop there, because your nitric oxide factory doesn't just depend on production. It also depends on the health of the blood vessels themselves. And there's a plant extract that acts like a mechanic for your arteries, repairing, adjusting, and optimizing the system that controls your blood flow. It's called pine bark extract, and it's the fourth powerful element in your nitric oxide water formula. Now, this one might surprise you. It doesn't come from a fruit or a vegetable. It comes from trees, specifically the bark of the French maritime pine. And what it does inside your body is truly amazing. This extract is called pycnogenol, and it's one of the most studied natural compounds for its ability to improve circulation and restore vascular health. Think of your blood vessels as flexible highways. When you're young, they're smooth, wide, and responsive. Blood flows freely, oxygen circulates effortlessly, and your energy seems boundless. But after 50, those highways begin to stiffen, and inflammation, oxidative stress, and years of pressure start to take their toll. That's where pine bark extract comes in. It helps rejuvenate endothelial cells, the very ones that produce nitric oxide, protecting them from damage, reducing inflammation, and helping them function like they did decades ago. Think of it as a tune-up for your blood vessels. It restores their flexibility, improves their responsiveness, and helps your nitric oxide levels naturally rise again. And here's the exciting part. When you combine pine bark extract with citrulline or arginine, the results are multiplied. Clinical studies show that men who used both experienced significant improvements in erectile function, blood pressure, and stamina, not in months, but in just a few weeks. That's why I call pine bark extract the silent amplifier. Not only does it boost nitric oxide production, but it makes all the other ingredients you use work even better. You only need a small amount, about a quarter of a teaspoon a day, of a high-quality, standardized extract. And because it's rich in antioxidants, it also supports the health of your skin, heart, and brain. Many men tell me that after a few weeks on this formula, they not only perform better, but they look more vibrant. Their skin tone improves, their eyes brighten, and they feel a surge of confidence they haven't felt in years. That's the power of true biological repair. Now, if you've been following along, you already have 4 powerful ingredients working in synergy: beetroot, pomegranate, citrulline, and pine bark extract. But we can take it a step further by adding something that not only boosts nitric oxide, but also delivers a full spectrum of natural nutrients your body is likely missing. Green. It's full of life and turns your enhanced water into a source of nutritional power. Let's talk about the 5th booster, leafy green powder. And why can it elevate your vitality to a whole new level? Let's talk about something that seems simple, but has the power to boost your entire system: leafy green powders. I'm talking spinach powder, kale powder, or a good blend of super greens. These humble vegetables are full of the same kind of nitrates found in beets, but with one difference. They also provide a full spectrum of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that your body uses to repair and strengthen blood vessels. Most men over 50 don't eat enough vegetables, and even if they tried, they would need to eat several large salads a day to match the nitrate content of just 1 teaspoon of leafy green powder. That's why this step is a game changer. When you combine leafy greens with beets, you give your body a wider range of natural sources of nitrates, different plants, different nutrients, but all pointing toward the same goal: stronger, more flexible circulation. Think of it as cross-training for your arteries. Beets activate one pathway, leafy greens strengthen another. Together, they keep your nitric oxide engine running all day. And it's not just about nitric oxide. These powders also provide your body with vitamin K, folate, magnesium, and phytonutrients that support your liver, balance your hormones, and boost energy production at the cellular level. When you drink this combination regularly, you're not just improving blood flow, you're nourishing your body on every level. Now, here's something I always tell my patients. If you're feeling low on energy, waking up unmotivated, or noticing your drive isn't what it used to be, it's not just age, it's a lack of circulation and cellular fuel. That's what these greens help restore. They bring oxygen and life back to your tissues, fueling your mitochondria, the tiny power plants inside your cells. To feel alive again, just 1 teaspoon a day is enough. Add it to your morning glass along with the beetroot and pomegranate. It gives your drink a vibrant red-green hue, and every sip feels like you're waking up your entire body. This is how you age in reverse, not by taking shortcuts, but by giving your body what it truly needs. And if you want to take this even further, the next booster might surprise you. It's not a vegetable, it's not a fruit, it's a root, one that's been used for thousands of years to warm the body, improve blood flow, and fight inflammation from within. Yes, I'm talking about ginger, and I'll show you how combining it with a flower called hibiscus creates one of the most powerful circulation elixirs on the planet. Now let's introduce these 2 ancient remedies that work beautifully together: ginger and hibiscus. If beetroot is the builder and pomegranate is the protector, Ginger and hibiscus are the energizers. They awaken your circulation and eliminate whatever is slowing it down. Let's start with ginger. You've probably used it in cooking or in a tea when you're feeling under the weather, but few men realize just how powerful ginger is for cardiovascular and intimate health. Ginger contains compounds called quingerols, and studies have shown that these can naturally improve nitric oxide production. At the same time, they fight inflammation, the silent destroyer of healthy blood vessels. Chronic inflammation hardens and damages your arteries over time. When that happens, blood can't flow properly, vessels don't expand well, and your nitric oxide system shuts down. Ginger helps reverse that, calms inflammation, keeps your arteries flexible, and allows nitric oxide to do its job efficiently. Plus, it has an immediate benefit. Ginger gives your enhanced water a warm, spicy kick. It feels good to drink and wakes you up from the inside out. Now combine it with hibiscus, a bright red flower known for centuries for its heart-protecting power. Hibiscus is rich in anthocyanins, the same antioxidants that give it that beautiful crimson color. These compounds help to relax blood vessels, reduce blood pressure, and promote healthy nitric oxide activity. In traditional medicine, hibiscus tea has been used for centuries to cool the body, reduce tension, and strengthen the heart. And modern research confirms this regular consumption of hibiscus can reduce both systolic and diastolic blood pressure in just a few weeks. When you combine ginger and hibiscus, you get something extraordinary. Ginger warms the body, increases nitric oxide, and eliminates inflammation. Hibiscus cools the system, relaxes blood vessels, and improves blood flow. Together, they bring a powerful yin and yang balance to your circulation and a slightly acidic, slightly spicy, refreshing, and invigorating flavor. Make your daily enhanced water something you truly enjoy drinking. This is the secret to consistency. If it tastes good, you'll drink it every day, and daily habits are where true transformation happens. Add about a quarter teaspoon of ginger powder and half a teaspoon of hibiscus powder to your mix. You can adjust the ratios until the flavor is perfect for you. And as you drink this every day, you'll notice something subtle yet powerful. Your body feels lighter, your mood more stable, your energy more balanced. That's what happens when your circulation improves. Every cell in your body begins to awaken, but we're not done yet. There's one more category of ingredients that ties everything together, something most men already love, but never imagined could strengthen their blood flow and improve their performance. It's rich, it's dark, and yes, it's chocolate. Let's talk about the seventh booster, cacao and sour cherry. A delicious duo that works deep within your vascular system while satisfying your senses. Let's talk about a combination that tastes like dessert but acts like medicine, cacao and sour cherry. You probably think of cacao as that treat you try to avoid, but when it's pure, unsweetened, and full of flavonols, it becomes one of the most powerful circulation boosters out there. Real cacao, the dark kind used in scientific studies, is loaded with flavonols, plant compounds, that they strengthen your blood vessels and help them expand when needed. This is important because as men age, their arteries lose flexibility and don't open as quickly when the body needs more blood flow. Whether during exercise or intimacy, the flavonols in cocoa train your vessels to respond faster and more effectively. They enhance something called flow-mediated dilation, which simply means your arteries also expand to allow blood to reach where it's needed most. When your body does this efficiently, you feel it. Your stamina improves, your recovery becomes easier, and your overall performance is revitalized. Now let's add tart cherry to the mix. This bright red fruit is packed with anthocyanins, the same antioxidants found in hibiscus. But tart cherry brings something else to the table. It reduces oxidative stress and inflammation, helping nitric oxide stay active longer.